Game 6, how does each team win and approach the game? Well, if you're looking at the Toronto Raptors, what they have to do is continue to do what they're doing and essentially run a whole lot of pick and roll with Boogie Cousins or Bogut. The pick and roll has been their bread and butter. The Golden State Warriors haven't really been able to stop it or control it. Their pick and roll defense is really atrocious, and I understand. I know why. Because they're down a couple men. They're down Looney, who can move his feet. Jordan Bell is still kind of wet behind the ears. He makes a few mistakes, and every mistake he's made so far in the finals, they've yanked him. And Bogut and DeMarcus Cousins can't move their feet. So essentially what they have to do is run a lot of pick and roll and force the Golden State Warriors to get in rotations and just hit open shots. Like every game they lost is they missed a bunch of open shots. That's just the bottom line of it. So they gotta hit open shots, and they have to force a lot of rotations on Golden State and pound them on the glass as usual, and get points in the paint. Like they've been outscoring the Warriors a ton, but the pick and roll is really the key to them winning the Game 6. If they can't overpower and overmatch the Warriors physically and use the pick and roll as their key weapon, they're gonna go to a Game 7. Now, here's the problem with the pick and roll. You run it too many times and you run so many different variations of the pick and roll, eventually the return of investment is not going to be too great because you showed your hand. So, but the thing is, with the Raptors, is they have to look at it like this. We're running into play. They can't stop it. Keep running that play. And too many times with the Raptors, when something's working, they kind of go away from it. Kawhi's getting buckets, they don't give him the ball or they call timeout. Pick and roll is working with Gasol, they stop Gasol shooting threes. So they have to stick to their bread and butter, which is the pick and roll, and force the rotations and then crash the glass. That's essentially the way for them to win. Now the Warriors, on the other hand, if they want to win Game 6, they're gonna have to let it fly. And when I say let it fly, I'm not talking about the song by Mano. I'm talking about they're gonna have to shoot. They're gonna have to get up a lot of threes. The reason why I say get up a lot of threes is this. It forces long rebounds, which means that Toronto Raptors will be scrambling. Once they're scrambling, if Clay or Curry could get the ball back and shoot a three again, or they get an offensive rebound, that's gonna help their case. They need offensive rebounds. They're gonna have to shoot a whole heck of a lot of threes. And the reason I say this is because they have a lot of plays that just draw threes out of the pinch post, split cuts action. Everything they do can generate threes. Clay and Curry are gonna have to let it fly. They're gonna have to not care about percentage, and they're gonna also have to get another guy to come with them. So I don't know if it's gonna be Cousins. I don't know if it's gonna be his number 4. His name will lose me right now. But he is a bench player that he's Kevin Durant's friend growing up. He's going to have to come in and shoot a couple threes here and there and really give them a boost. But they're just going to have to let it fly. They can't be shy with the threes because the threes is essentially what kept them in Game 5. Game 6, they're going to have to rely on it a whole heck of a lot. And Draymond and Iguodala attack the basket. Foul trouble. They're going to have to get those guys in foul trouble. So let it fly. Offensive rebounds from the law rebounds. Get one guy from the bench that could just give them 5-10 minutes of good basketball, and they're going to have to let it fly. I mean, not let it fly, but Draymond Green and Iguodala are going to have to attack the basket. They're going to have to, when they drive to the basket, make strong moves, informed decisions, lobs. They're going to have to play hard like they're attacking the basket, not like they're trying to pass the ball. Too many times they're trying to pass the ball and they turn the ball over. They're going to have to attack the basket, point blank period. But those are the keys for both teams. For the Raptors, it's really pick and roll and trying to wear down the Warriors. For the Warriors, it's really shooting a whole heck of a lot early and often, getting offensive rebounds, and defensively, they're going to have to put the clamps on the pick and roll. They're going to have to either switch it and play one-on-one with the guys and force them to beat them that way. I know they don't have Durant and they don't have Looney, but I'll tell you this. A contested shot is better than a bunch of rotations and an open shot. To me, that makes sense to me. A one-on-one contest Even if it's Kawhi Leonard torching you, it's better than Danny Green getting wide open threes, Serge Ibaka getting open threes, Marc Gasol getting open threes. It's like when they run the pick and roll defense, the switching that they do and the way that they rotate is not on point. So to me, Kerr's really gonna have to get medieval with the defense and like show the guys like, hey, you need to be here. Just walk with me here. What happens when the ball gets reversed here? What do you do? They're gonna have to go really like dumb it down because the Raptors offense isn't complicated. It's mainly pick and roll. They run the inside pick and roll almost every time. Like, you're just gonna have to communicate, and you're gonna have to stay on point defensively, stay locked in. It's not like you're playing against the Houston Rockets offensively, so you know, defensively. So you're gonna have to lock in a whole lot more, especially with Kevin Durant down. But those are the keys for both teams to win Game 6, and let the best team win. And if we get an extended series, Game 7, all the clipboards and everything are getting thrown out the window because none of that matters. They played each other for 6 games, and it's a stalemate. So it's just going to boil down to who has the most smarts and who has the most heart. Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, subscribe.